Knoxville Visitor Center is the site of the live WDVX Blue Plate Special Monday through Thursday and on Saturday at noon. Additional support comes from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and the Tennessee Arts Commission. You can watch today's performance on our Facebook Live. Right now, it's time. Please make welcome your host for the WDVX Blue Plate Special, Red Hickey.
Hey, y'all, welcome to the Blue Plate Special. It is real live music here in beautiful downtown Knoxville, Tennessee. We're just here hanging out inside of Visit Knoxville. Feel free to come join us. And if you can't be here with us live, well, you can slide on over to the WDVX Facebook page and watch it stream live today. We have two guests or two acts on the show today. Visiting with us from Greensboro, North Carolina, Farewell Friend is here. They'll be up the second half of the show today. To get things started, she's currently based in Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. You all welcome Ash Taylor to the Blue Plate Special.
Turn on the TV, see the fighting in the streets. Everybody is losing their minds. Can't trust your neighbor, we're all told to pick a side. We're all human, but we're not always kind. And everybody's got their own way. I'm just gonna smoke another cigarette, watch it all burn from my front porch, roll into the stones coming out of that old cassette. I've got no regrets, 'cause life's too short. So while the world throws a fit, I'm just gonna sit and smoke another cigarette. Now some call me crazy, I just think they need to chill. Take it easy and just let it roll. 'Cause you do what you can, but you can't do it all. I ain't stressing when it's out of control. And everybody's got their own way. I'm just gonna smoke another cigarette, watch it all burn from my front porch, roll into the stones coming out of that old cassette. I've got no regrets, 'cause life's too short. So while the world throws a fit, I'm just gonna sit and smoke another cigarette. Light it up! And I'm just gonna smoke another cigarette, watch it all burn from my front porch, roll into the stones coming out of that old cassette. I've got no regrets, 'cause life's too short. So while the world throws a fit, I'm just gonna sit and smoke another cigarette, smoke another cigarette, smoke another cigarette. Oh yeah. Thank you so much. Well, like I said, my name is Ash Taylor, and I'm super happy to be here with y'all today. Singer-songwriter out of Nashville. I'm going to play y'all some original music. I may live in Nashville now, but I'm originally from California. And I know a thing or two about traffic, right? Yeah, you got it when you live out there. So anywho, I wrote this song while sitting in traffic. This is called Jesus Loves You, and I'm trying. Well, I'm from a back road front pew, loving my neighbors all I knew. Not much gets to me, but there's a few people. There's the ones who don't know how to drive, going 20 and a 55, when there's not a single cop in sight. Then there's the ones who swear but don't tell the truth, don't pay you back, give you IOUs. Well, I've been patient, but now I'm through. 'Cause even Jesus flipped a table or two. There's something about to come out of me. I'm done turning the other cheek. They've gone and tested my Christianity. And I know I'm told not to lie, so let's give honesty a try and finally say what's on our minds. Well, I ain't no saint, and it ain't no secret. Yeah, Jesus loves you, and I'm trying it. Lord knows I've tried, can't count the times I stayed up all night, praying for the strength to not commit a crime or two. Give me the power to bite my tongue after my name was dragged through the mud. Well, it makes me want to drink, but hey, don't judge. 'Cause even Jesus turned water into wine. There's something that'll come out of me. I'm done turning the other cheek. They've gone and tested my Christianity. And I know I'm told not to lie, so let's give honesty a try and finally say what's on our minds. Well, I ain't no saint, and it ain't no secret. Yeah, Jesus loves you, and I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying. There's something that'll come out of me. I'm done turning the other cheek. There's something that'll come out of me. I'm done turning the other cheek. They've gone and tested my Christianity. And I know I'm told not to lie, so let's give honesty a try and finally say what's on our minds. Well, I ain't no saint, and it ain't no secret. Yeah, Jesus loves you, and I'm trying. Hell, I'm trying. Can I get an amen?
This is Ash Taylor with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. So, what part of California did you grow up in?
I grew up in a town called Bakersfield, California. So if no one's really familiar with that, it's a small farm town in Central California. But it's pretty famous for the Bakersfield Sound, so it's also the home of Mr. Merle Haggard and Buck Owens, and Dwight Yoakam made it pretty famous. So happy to be from there, have that heritage.
Yeah. So, let's talk a bit about, was your family musical?
You know, I have a very large family. I'm one of 5 children, and you know, my oldest brother, Noah, was actually on American Idol, and he actually runs a fantastic singer, just great all around, but he actually was on Broadway for a while, and right now he actually runs a school for the performing arts. But, you know, it's really funny because some of my younger brothers are not musical, and I've had them in music videos as like extra and stuff, and they can't even clap on the beat. So it's real funny how, you know, some kids get it and some kids maybe don't. So.
Well, what about your musical influences growing up? I mean, did you learn music through church or school, or were your parents musical? How did that happen?
I owe my love for country music, which pretty much is my life, to my grandmother, my Nana. She, every day when she would cook dinner and clean the house, my brother made her a cassette tape. You remember those, right? Those are old school. And we called it Nana's Mixtape. And on that was Loretta Lynn, and it was Kenny Rogers, and it was Faith Hill and the Dixie Chicks, even modern country at the time. And that is what I learned. But I mean, the first country song I ever heard was Loretta Lynn's Coal Miner's Daughter. But I learned, being from Bakersfield, you're kind of clearly inundated with country music because of where you're from. But I learned to love it from my Nana. And so she passed away when I was 13, and I think she honestly looks down at heaven as we're here like today doing stuff like this, and she goes, "Ha, taught her something, right?"
Well, what about you as a musician? How old were you there?
I was a late starter, actually. I picked up a guitar. A family friend bought me a guitar when I was 17, and I went and babysat, got some extra money, and I went and got a book on how to play the guitar to teach yourself. And I would sit in my room for hours and try to figure out how do you strum this thing, how do you tune this thing, how do you do, and I maybe knew 3 chords on this thing, and I sat and would write terrible songs, and I just knew, I was like, man, I gotta work on that, I gotta get better, I'm gonna figure it out. And the funny thing is, now you fast forward, and I'm really still doing the same thing today. It's something you do your whole life, though. When you're into music, you're always looking to how to get better. But yeah, I was kind of a late starter. For sure at 17, but I guess God's timing's perfect, right? It all worked out.
Yeah. So you've got a brand new EP that's about to come out. So tell everyone about that.
Well, thank you. Yeah. Well, for starters, so everyone knows, this handsome guy sitting here next to me that you hear playing guitar, this is actually my husband, Chris. So please give him a round of applause. Yeah. I've done big full band production EPs before, and I don't know if it's just the past couple years about things in life becoming simpler, but I turned to Chris and I said, what if we did an acoustic EP? And it's just me and my guitar, and you playing your lead parts, just like we would do here at a live show. And so we went into my buddy Pat Lassiter, his studio. He's a wonderful guy, wonderful musician. He's an amazing audio engineer, but he's mainly known for being a bass player. He played in the Charlie Daniels band for years and everything, so he always produces all of my stuff. And we went in with Pat, and we just basically took 3 original songs. We're going to be playing them all here for you today, and we just kind of kept it real simple and said, you know what, let's just strip it down, and it's all about the song. That's really all it's about, isn't it? So that's what we did. But the EP comes out on Friday, May 5th, and it'll be available on Spotify and iTunes. And I do have, even before it comes out, some physical CDs here today. So if you would like one, come see me after the show, and you'll get to hear it before anyone else. So.
May 25th, they'll be performing at the Commodore Lounge. You can find the complete tour schedule and keep an eye for the new EP at AshTaylor.com. Again, there is merch available over there at the table, and certainly shake and howdy with them after the show and make them feel welcome. But for now, I'm going to back on out of the way, y'all. We're going to get more music from Ash Taylor on the Blue Plate Special.
Thank you. We were talking about my brothers a second ago, so I figured maybe it's pretty fitting to go ahead and do this song. I wrote this one night by myself, just sitting at my dining room table. I got 4 brothers. I'm the only girl. I'm right smack dab in the middle. And those boys drive me crazy. They did growing up. They do today. Nothing has changed. But I wrote this song because, I think the older you get, the more you just kind of realize the importance of family. And that person is just going to drive you nuts, man. But the thing is you would kill for them if you needed to. If anyone messed with one of my brothers, I'm there. If I need something, they're there. And that's just kind of the beautiful thing about family. So anywho, I hope y'all like it. This is a song called Family. Don't mind the dirt on the welcome mat. Just a sign knowing you can always come back. And yeah, we've got dirty laundry that we may hide. But if these walls could talk, they'd tell you of the love inside. From the slamming doors, mud on the floors, saying goodnight prayers, to the I'm sorry's and you were right, just knowing somebody cares. No, we don't always see the same way. Even though we have the same last name, but we're still family. Family. Well, I remember what Mama always said. A friend will come and go, but blood is a forever friend. And no one will understand you like I get to, 'cause every part of me is a part of you. From the slamming doors, mud on the floors, saying goodnight prayers, to the I'm sorry's and you were right, just knowing somebody cares. No, we don't always see the same way, even though we have the same last name, but we're still family. Family. From the slamming doors, mud on the floors, saying goodnight prayers, to the I'm sorry's and you were right, just knowing somebody cares. No, we don't always see the same way, even though we have the same last name, but we're still family. Yeah, we'll always be family. And don't mind the dirt on the welcome mat. It's just a sign knowing you can always come back.
Thank you. You know, and y'all are so kind. Y'all are such a great audience. Thank you so much. And thank you to everyone listening online, too. That's awesome. You know, y'all are so sweet. I have to tell you, though, I played that for one of my brothers right after I wrote it. And, you know, I cried and I was all choked up. And I'm like, I love you, buddy. I love you. And his response was, well, that's a nice song. That's nice. That's nice. They keep you humble, I'm telling you, man. They're like kids. They're like kids. I hope y'all like to laugh. I love to laugh. This is a song I figured I'd go ahead and do for y'all. Many years ago, back before I met the love of my life here, we're going to be celebrating 2 years of marriage next month. So we're doing good. We're doing good. But I have a wonderful husband now, and just a fantastic guy. You get to know him, you'll know that. And follows me around the country, and we get to play music together, and it's great. But just like everyone else probably in this room, I have dated some real big jerks, you know, in my life. And so there was this one in particular that stood me up on my birthday. And I was with some friends, and they were like, man, you know, what a jerk. What are you going to do? Like, how are you going to handle this? And I said, I don't know. I said, I just know that I want a man to look at me like I look at cake. And I ate the hell out of that birthday cake. So I got to thinking about it, and I said, well, man, there's a song somewhere in there. So I sat down that night, and I wrote this next song, and it's a song called Cake, and I wrote it as a total joke, but you know what? People laugh, and I like to make people laugh, so hopefully y'all will laugh and sing along. So goes a little something like this. And why can't a man look at me like I look at cake?
with frosting on my face. He left me all alone on my birthday. But it's alright, yeah, I'll be fine. And all that remains is one more bite to drown that bitter taste. And tomorrow he'll come crawling back, but I'll just laugh it off. 'Cause I'm already moving on, 'cause he ain't what I want. And I want a man to look at me like I look at cake. He can't stop himself from taking a taste. If he wanted me like a second piece, I'd have it made. Oh, I just want a man to look at me like I look at cake. Oh, why can't a man look at me like I look at cake? Well, I'm velvet soft, angel sweet, the perfect treat. A real man would be crazy not to want me. Yeah, it's not hard to see I'm a real masterpiece. So it's his loss that he burned me. And tomorrow he'll come crawling back, but I'll just laugh it off. 'Cause I'm already moving on, 'cause he ain't what I want. And I want a man to look at me like I look at cake. He can't stop himself from taking a taste. If he wanted me like a second piece, I'd have it made. Oh, I just want a man to look at me like I look at cake. Oh, why can't a man look at me like I look at cake? So I'll take another bite to make me feel alright. Blow out the flame to forget I knew his name. Sing it with me. 'Cause I want a man to look at me like I look at cake. He can't stop himself from taking a taste. If he wanted me like a second piece, I'd have it made. Oh, I just want a man to look at me like I look at cake. Oh, why can't a man look at me like I look at cake? Y'all sound good. And why can't a man look at me like I look at cake?
Thank you guys so much. I'm going to do one more song for y'all. Many years ago, here's a story behind this. Do we have any Miranda Lambert fans in the house? Anywhere? Oh, okay, we got one or two. That's good. The house that built me. Well, many years ago, I was up here in Knoxville, and I was playing a show at a bar, and this guy walked up to me afterwards, and he said, "My God, you play guitar like a man." And I said, "Thank you, I think." And he meant it as a total compliment. He was super sweet. And I think he just meant that I strummed the guitar very confidently. And I said, "Well, thank you." And so we were, was in there talking out at the merch table. And he said, just talking about stuff. And finally, I said, "Well, brother, I don't know what to really tell you. I guess I just look like Barbie and play like Ken." And I said, "Oh, that's a song. I got to write that." So driving home that night to Nashville, I got in my car and I started writing this song. I put on my voice memo and just started to write it. And just through a series of long events, I was able to get this over to someone named Miranda Lambert, and she had it on hold for a long time, meaning she was basically going to be, recording it. And that never ended up happening because Blake Shelton broke her heart, and the next album that came out was a breakup album. There was no room for this sassy little song. But you know what? It could all change, right? You never know. But anyway, this is a song that I love to play for y'all. It's called "Play Like Ken."
When I was a kid, didn't really fit in while the other girls played with their Barbie dolls. I was busy jamming on my flat top, saying only boys can play guitar, and girls should look pretty like a movie star. Well, I don't mind pink, but my mama told me I could be anything I wanted to be. Said when I grow up, I'll show them, gonna look like Barbie, play like Ken. Lead me to the stage, fire up the band, gonna rock this town with this guitar in my hand, got my lipstick on, let my hair down, I'm cranking it up today. Gonna look like Barbie, play like Ken. Well, I made it down to Music Row, just doing my thing and selling out shows. Some said girls can't top the charts, but I just somehow said, well, bless their heart. Huh. You know I'll prove them wrong and put them in a song, and I won't stop till the world sings along, 'cause I look like Barbie, play like Ken. Lead me to the stage, fire up the band, gonna rock this town with this guitar in my hand, got my lipstick on, let my hair down, I'm cranking it up today. Gonna look like Barbie, play like Chris. Now just 'cause my guitar is made out of bling doesn't mean I can't be mean. Just watch me bend these strings. Ow. Lead me to the stage, fire up the band, gonna rock the blue plate with this guitar in my hand, got my lipstick on, let my hair down, I'm cranking it up to 10. Gonna look like Barbie, yeah! Lead me to the stage, fire up the band, gonna rock this town with this guitar in my hand, got my lipstick on, let my hair down, I'm cranking it up to 10. Gonna look like Barbie, play like Ken.
That's Ash Taylor on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. More information can be found there on the website AshTaylor.com. Again, you can keep an eye out. May 5th, the new EP, the acoustic sessions will be coming out. And you can find more information, tour schedule, all that good information at AshTaylor.com. We do have a merch table here inside Visit Knoxville, and you can feel free to shake and howdy with them after the show and make them feel welcome. Support for the WDVX Blue Plate Special comes from listeners just like yourselves, from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, the Tennessee Arts Commission, Visit Knoxville, and Barley's down in Knoxville's Old City, where we take the Big Plate live on Fridays. Coming up tomorrow, right here inside Visit Knoxville, Tin Roof Echo will be back with us, along with Kevin Randolph. On Friday, we'll be down at Barley's for the Big Plate live. Robin Ella's going to be with us on Friday. Not only will Robin join us, but Clint Mulligan and Josh Oliver are going to be joining Robin for the show. So a fantabulous Big Plate this week. Carrie Morrison and Mike River will be here inside Visit Knoxville on Saturday. So you can always go to our website there at WDVX.com. Once you get to the website, just click the very top of the page where it mentions the Blue Plate Special. It's going to take you right over to a website where you can not only find out on the calendar who's coming up, but we will link you over to their website so you can learn a little bit more about the artists themselves. So our next act, based out of Greensboro, North Carolina, you'll give a great big welcome to Farewell Friend to the Blue Plate Special.
1, 2, 1, and...
Brass, nickel, and wood have always done me good. Earth, heaven, and hell sounded just as well. So give me a rest for my heart, my head and hands, and ease my mind. Help me understand that I'm a pilgrim, I'm a sinner. The months of working, now I'm thinner. I'm clinging to a rock as high as I can climb. So would you meet me in the valley, keep me by your side? Shenandoah peaks, Shenandoah miles, the Holy Spirit speaks. Carolina smiles, so give me a rest for my heart, my head and hands, and ease my mind. Help me understand, 'cause I'm a pilgrim, I'm a sinner. The months of walking, now I'm thinner. I'm clinging to a rock as high as I can climb. So would you meet me in the valley, keep me by your side? Roans, shady apples, and yellow mountain cider. Let them touch your lips, smile a little wider. Meet me at the chapel. Damascus is my stop. You can hang me from the steeple, open me to the top. 'Cause I'm a pilgrim, I'm a sinner. The months of walking, now I'm thinner. I'm clinging to a rock as high as I can climb. Would you meet me in the valley, keep me by your side? 'Cause I'm a pilgrim, I'm a sinner. The months of walking, now I'm thinner. I'm clinging to a rock as high as I can climb. So meet me in the valley, keep me by your side.
I appreciate that. I don't know if any of you could have guessed what that song was about. And this is how I work. It's a song about the Appalachian Trail. And a little disclaimer before I keep going with more of these songs. I didn't exactly know why I went on the Appalachian Trail. Started a journey, figured it out kind of as I went. And give yourselves the same opportunity with these songs. You might not immediately know what's going on, but it's a journey that you can go on with me, so hope that makes sense. This next one is called Birds in Flight.
When my shaky voice slips from the tiller to the ground, will my crooked road still bear any fruit? I'm a trail of emotion, a broken bottle in the ocean. When I make sense of me, can I introduce myself? Tell her what I mean just what I say, and spell it out before somebody else does. 'Cause there's something in your eye gonna make me lie just a little. Something in your smile gonna make it true. If I empty my chest of the best words I'm holding, well, maybe she'll fill in the rest. So here we go. Like I found her in Time magazine where they caught and slowed her down between the pages, and I'm trying to start her up again carefully. We then hurry out the door to the airport. We're never heard from again, but the necessary words won't escape my lips. 'Cause there's something in your eye gonna make me lie just a little. Something in your smile gonna make it true. If I empty my chest of the best, the words I'm holding, well, maybe she'll fill in the rest. So here we go. Far more elegant to get lost in the telling than to waste your time getting to the point. The story ain't a lady to be married and settled down. She prefers a view from a distant edge of town. And all her gardens rows are worn by stubbing of her toes against the stones her enemies have thrown. And all her perfect edges float like cursive birds in flight. And I know better than to dare and call her mine. 'Cause there's something in your eye gonna make me lie just a little. Something in your smile gonna make it true. If I empty my chest of the best words I'm holding, well, maybe she'll fill in the rest. So here we go.
This is Farewell Friend with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. Tom there fronts this band, obviously, and did you grow up there in Greensboro?
In a way, no, but more recently. So I'd say I came to Greensboro for college.
Okay.
And stuck around.
Where'd you grow up?
Indiana.
Indiana.
For the first part of it.
Okay.
Rural Indiana, cornfields. You know, not much going on.
Lots of
And
corn.
then my dad's a minister, retired now, but we moved to North Carolina. Took a small church, and I decided to stay in North Carolina for the weather
Okay.
and for my wife.
That's a good reason. So, talk to me about your musical path. how long you been making music?
Well, I remember my first time thinking maybe I'm a songwriter. I was third or fourth grade, riding my bike around, kind of bored, humming melodies to myself that I either was too forgetful to remember where they'd come from, or they were new. So I thought maybe I'm a songwriter, and kept doing that.
From my readings, you are a writer in general. You like your writing approach is more of a poetry of a writing than finding that as Ash might find that perfect catchphrase or something that her song is built around. Yours is more built around a story or an experience. Tell us about what motivates you to write a song. Where does your inspiration come from?
Well, you're right about the poetry side of things. I think that language is aesthetic outside of its surface level meaning. I think that words are just beautiful sounds a lot of times, and I want to see if I can kind of tie things together in aesthetic or pretty ways. And then maybe sometimes I just have to kind of make sense of it after the fact. And that's kind of how I go. And like Ash, I think that I've had lines that come to me kind of like, you know, if you looked at me the same way as Cake, that just hit you and you're like, oh, I got to get a pen and paper. I got to get my voice memo out. I got to make that into a song. I got to pursue that. And for me, I think that sometimes the lines themselves might be a little bit more, I don't know, mysterious even to me about what they mean. But they're compelling. Like I feel floored by it, or I feel like really emotional by a line. You know, like that in that last song. There's something in your eye that's gonna make me lie, and it's really compelling. Something about human nature there. It's like I'm gonna say what I want to be true, and maybe you can help me make it true. And I think that's something really that we're all kind of like doing a little bit, and to figure out whether that's a lie or whether, you know, we're just faking it till we make it kind of thing. I think there's something to relate to in that, and that's where I go.
So your current project is called Samson. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we put out Samson a couple of years ago now, and man, it's just exploring. You know, as a guy who's, you know, kind of gotten through halfway through my 30s. I feel like I'm somebody who looks at different images or portraits of men or examples of men, say like, you know, in TV. Like Tim Allen would be a man that I grew up watching, you know, in Tool Time and Home Improvement, right? And he's somebody, oh, I'm going to be like that, you know? Or you see somebody else like, you know, in my 20s, I really looked up to Barack Obama, and I'm thinking, if I could be like that kind of guy, you know? Or later on, I'm watching and, you know, Mad Men is a really cool show, you know, but there's some really conflicted, complicated men, examples in that I don't want to follow, you know. And so I think Samson was this kind of thing where I had collected songs that were examples of ways of being or ways of thinking as a man that maybe I didn't agree with, you know, things that I'd seen other people acting that way or kind of working through their emotions or complicated feelings in complicated ways. And that's what Samson's really about. And it was kind of just a nod back to stories and things that I grew up hearing, you know, and thinking through, okay, here's examples of how not to be, you know. And that's what Samson kind of is about in a lot of ways.
Well, there just happens to be a merch table available right over there, y'all. And you can feel free to stop by that merch table after the show and shake and howdy with our performers. Farewell Friend headed up to Thomas, West Virginia, to the Purple Fiddle tomorrow. And you can find out more information at farewellfriendband.com. I'm going to back on out of the way, y'all. We're going to get more music here from Farewell Friend on the Blue Plate Special.
Appreciate it. This song is called Grandfather Clock, and it's a song that I wrote just in the last year or so of teaching. I taught middle school for 5 years, and so this is a song kind of speaking to myself, but speaking kind of to the greater issue at hand of like just trying to figure out who I am, who I'm supposed to be, and this is who I'm supposed to be right now is the kind of main idea here.
I'm a dancing child, last of a dying race. I'm a tree in a field, a place where you can land and rest your opinions and listen to the wind and hear the whisper. Ready, go. Always out of reach. This is what I'm supposed to do right now. Oh, teacher, would you tell me how? Tell me now. Oh, teacher, would you take a bow? Are you an inchworm or a million miles long? You gave a word, but I still can't write a song. So I will sing about defeat, and I will dance without my feet, cut off my toes, and they can dance, they'll on the beat. This is what I'm supposed to do right now. Oh, teacher, would you tell me how? Tell me now. Oh, teacher, would you take a bow? Doing half as well. Am I a thief, condemned for wanting more? So short I'm tearing out my seams, full of sleepy dreams. Died long ago, so let me go, let me go, let me go, let me go. There's a gray sky dancing on the waves, and my hands are treading fire, but this boat will do just fine in the meantime. Until the stars become our graves, where the weeds will call me home while I wait, while I wait, while I wait for you. 'Cause this is what I'm supposed to do right now. Tell me how, tell me now. Oh, teacher, this is what I'm supposed to do right now. Oh, teacher, would you tell me how? Tell me now. Oh, teacher, would you take a bow?
Can we just keep just a little bit of extra round of applause going for Alan Barnowski? Alan Barnowski over here on bass. We maybe have played one other show together, like last night. And we're going to play one more time over at Preservation Pub, by the way. And Alan's going to play a lot of his original music, too. And he's a shredder. He's really good on guitar, so you guys should check that out.
Also, Tom and I didn't really know each other until yesterday. And we drove here from Greensboro, 7 hours in the car, and then played a gig until 1 a.m. So here we are.
I think this might be our last song. I think we're gonna do. It's called Dreamcatcher, and this is yeah. I'm just gonna level with you guys. This song has taken a little bit of a harder meaning lately. I wrote this and I thought, I'm kind of working through these ideas. I want to be a dad. I want to these are the kind of interactions I'm gonna have with my kids someday. I'm working through some stuff. I found out I don't think I can have kids. I think my wife and I are gonna have to sort out other ways to build a family. And so this song can be a little more emotional for me right now. And I don't know if any of you guys have, dealt with similar things, but I'm hoping to be the kind of person who can, rather than, as I said earlier, I think I work through things in ways that maybe I try to make the meaning more oblique, or I try to hide the meaning a little bit. And I think that as I'm getting older and more mature in my songs, I hope that I can lean more into telling the real thing that's going on. So,
Hey, Tom, real quick before you jump into that song, how about we get one more round of applause for Ash Taylor here this evening? Y'all feel free to stop by the merch table, shake and howdy, and make our guests feel welcome and thank them for performing for us here today on the Blue Plate Special. Tomorrow, Tin Roof Echo and Kevin Randolph will be here with us, so feel free to join us again for another Blue Plate Special. We are listener supported. There's always a donation box in the back of the room. A few bucks in the box keeps the good music going on the Blue Plate Special. farewellfriendband.com. Now, y'all are telling me you're playing the Preservation Pub tonight?
Preservation
We
Pub
didn't know
tonight?
that. I didn't see that on your schedule. So they are in town tonight, y'all. A second chance to get to see them. If you're just waking up thinking, missed the Blue Plate today, you got a second opportunity. Tomorrow they'll be at the Purple Fiddle up in Thomas, West Virginia. Feel free to stop by the merch table. And we always encourage our audience to shake hands and just thank our performers for making music for us here today. I'll start by saying thank y'all for being here with us today. Will you leave us with one?
Yeah.
That one. We want to
That
hear
one. All right, thank you. It's called Dreamcatcher.
All our songs live in the rafters. They were born in dream catchers. All my children and their laughter, they live happily ever after. That's my daughter Annabelle. She's my favorite joke to tell. She fell into a wishing well. She was drinking what she wouldn't tell. But if you meet her, say your father said, say I'm either dying or I'm dead. So tell my children what I said, what I said, what I said. My body made a terrible bone line. My mind too prone to slip. My soul no sinking ship. So tell my family this. That's my son named Gabriel. He's my lucky star who fell with pockets full of things to sell. They sent him home for raising hell, and I met the principal and the policeman, and I told them both I'm either dying or I'm dead. So tell my children what I said, what I said, what I said. My body made a terrible bone line. My mind too prone to slip. My soul no no sinking ship. So tell my family all our songs live in the rafters. They were born in dream catchers. All my children and their laughter, they were born to dance at the funeral. Cause I'll be the day you know I'm dead. So tell my children what I said, what I said, what I said. My body made a terrible bone line, my mind too prone to slip, my soul no sinking ship. So tell my family, since I am a spiritual man, bury me where I stand, bury me where I stand, burn all the evidence.
That's Farewell Friend. Thank y'all. Join us next time for more real live music on the Blue Plate Special.